Somebody called the police.
No need. I myself am a private detective. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage, okay? Yeah, okay, I see what happened here. It seems like he was stabbed by a Victorian-era silver king's knife, but good news, it does seem like it was just a flesh wound, so I think if we just kind of like, yeah, okay, no, he's dead. He's totally dead. And it seems like he was murdered. That's right. One of the people in this room is a murderer.
Wait, what's that in his hand?
Let's see. It seems like he was on the cusp of understanding this thing called distortion. But whatever is this distortion?
So let's talk about how we can learn about distortion.
Whoa. My apologies. I don't really know what happened there, but... Anyway, as I was saying, if we could just figure out what this distortion is, I think we can...
What is distortion? Well,
That's easy. It's just this.
well, most of us probably know this sound from the depths of our nightmares.
What exactly causes this
Well,
sound?
whenever you add in a distortion plugin, what it's essentially doing is adding a bunch of harmonics to the instrument it's on. And without going into the science mumbo-jumbo of what harmonics are, the important thing you need to know is that harmonics determine how the sound actually sounds like, or what the timbre
Have you
is.
ever wondered, well, if sound looks like this, then why does a piano sound completely different from a guitar? Like, aren't they all just squiggly lines?
The harmonics are these little ovals sticking out over here that determine how it sounds. Because the ovals sticking out here are different between a guitar and a piano, the sound between a guitar and a piano will also be different. And so distortion is basically just adding in extra ovals here, or harmonics,
Until you get this delectable sound.
Oh, frick. It seems like we were trapped in some sort of suspended animation or something.
Detective, look! 2 more people have been murdered.
Oh, shoot. We actually gotta get going here. Stay close, everybody, while I interview you all one by one. All right, Mr. Brian Nichols. Don't forget my title, Mr. CEO Chipotle Brian Nichols. Yes, of course. So what brings you here tonight, sir? Well, I was minding my own business, denying that Chipotle serving sizes are being lowered to make me more money, when I got this ominous message telling me I know the truth, and told me to come to this, what is this, by the way, like a dinner party, or? That's not important. Oh, okay. Well, telling me to come to this, thing.
very interesting indeed.
And why is it that you're lowering Chipotle's serving sizes? Detective, I hardly see what this has anything to do. Nope, it's very important and you must tell me at once. Well, you see, it's because...
Thank you for meeting with me, Mr. Waves Audio.
Of course, detective.
Oh, yeah, your voice.
Oh, yes, it's just a cold.
Okay, so what brings you here tonight, sir?
Well, you see, I was actually the one who hired that first murder victim to cure my voice. My voice has been getting worse and worse over the past few weeks, and if I'm gonna scam people out of money, then I really need to get to the bottom of this.
Very interesting indeed. So you might say that you know a lot about manipulating sounds, being a shop for plugins and all.
Well, you see...
Well, if it isn't Mr. Sussybaka. So tell me, where were you when the lights turned off, huh? I did not see you at electrical. Where were you when we were all suspended in reality? Oh, really? Did anybody see you there? If you like tasks so much, name every task. You know what I'm thinking, Mr. Sussybaka? I'm thinking that I can completely trust you with my life. So this is what I think's really going on here. I mean, it's gotta be the Waves Audio guy, right? Like, he's the plugin guy, and he has a distorted voice. Like, kinda feels like a square peg in a square hole situation here. Exactly. Let's go confront him. Oh yes, it is fun ripping people off.
Exactly. So I was like, yeah, let's make everything a subscription model so that...
Not so fast, you. After talking with everyone, it seems obvious that the murderer is Mr. Waves Audio.
What? This is ridiculous.
Then why does your voice sound like that, huh? What causes this distortion?
What causes this famous distortion sound?
That's suspended
Well, let me
animation
tell you.
again.
Earlier we talked about how adding harmonics to a sound looks like this.
But why does adding harmonics create this? I mean, I would think if I'm just adding more guitar frequencies, then it would sound like louder, or just like a slightly different guitar. I went ahead and tried to look into this, and the reason why you don't see more videos out there kind of explaining this is because apparently It takes a lot of math, like a I no longer care, please leave me alone amount of math.
But just to simplify it down like I'm talking to a 5-year-old, here is my understanding, which, by the way, could be completely wrong, of why this happens. So when you add distortion to a sound, what's happening is you're actually making the sound louder and then creating a ceiling that it can't go above, kind of like limiting. What this does is it starts to cut off the tops and bottoms of waves, turning them more into square waves than sine waves. And by the way, if you've never created a synth sound before, then you probably have no idea what this means, and honestly, it doesn't really matter. Just know that the circle waves and the square waves sound different because they're different shapes. This is what happens when we hard clip something, but apparently people don't really like this sound, and so they prefer to like soft clip instead. And soft clipping is all the same thing, except the ceilings just give the sound more wiggle room. So instead of looking more like a straight line, they have a bunch of squiggly lines on top instead. And then, because there's now a bunch of squiggly lines on top, or maybe because it's a square wave instead of a sine wave, or even maybe a little bit of both, harmonics are added, which change the sound to this.
Yeah! I did it! You won't be bothering anyone anytime soon.
Say, detective, where did you get that knife?
What? Oh, I don't really know. I just sort of had it.
You just happen to have an antique Victorian era silver king's knife just on you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I guess this has just all been so weird, but wait a minute. That only means one thing. The murderer must be you! Wait, what? That makes no sense. I'm the detective. I'm supposed to be the good guy.
Get him!
Wait, what? No! No!
And remember, kids, never learn anything, because you'll never know who will try to murder you for knowing too much on their next psychotic episode.